my little YouTube family. It is Milmo here, and I am back for a Kraid zombie field event. Basically, I've been getting asked quite a few questions about how to set up a good zombie team and how to get through these difficult stages with the zombies in it. Now, I thought it was about time I got off my damn ass and actually address those answers and sort of give out my tips on how to set up a good zombie team. I haven't struggled for zombies for quite a while, so I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means, but I'm just going to give you some general tips that I find have helped me get to a stage where I don't find zombie stages very difficult anymore. Now, I'm going to be talking a lot about crit, and the reason being is when it comes to a zombie team, is probably the best place to start a video off, is that crit is one of the most important, if not the most important thing when it comes to your zombie team. It's pretty much the only thing you want to be concentrating on when it comes to this zombie team. There are a few other things in which I will talk about also, but crit is the main focus when it comes to the zombie team and what you're looking for in every stat, and you're looking to maximize it in every area that you can. Where shall we start other than the crit, like I already talked about? We'll start with the core foundation for every great team, whether it be raid, world, defense, attacking, zombie. Any great team starts with this core foundation, and that is the leader skill. Any great team has a great leader leading it. That comes in everything in life, and it's no different with this game, with these teams. You always need to build on a great leader skill. If you have a horrible leader skill, no matter what team it is, your team is only going to suffer for it. So like I said, the core foundation of every team is the leader skill. So we'll go ahead now. Basically what you want to do with this leader skill is you want to choose the highest crit leader you have. So the highest crit leader. Now my highest crit leader, of course, is Blue Kenny, which is all ranged teammates get plus 36 crit. So now what you want to do to make sure your team's actually getting that crit of the leader skill and starting off well is, in accordance to your leader skill, make sure you have, or abide by it I guess, make sure you abide by your leader skill. So all ranged characters, fair enough. We'll just shove in a bunch of ranged. You don't necessarily have to go 5 stars, you can go whatever you want. They don't even have to be good characters, we're just doing this. The number one thing other than your leader skill, another thing that you want in your team and you want to make sure you have, is someone with a crit rush. Like I said, you're trying to get as much crit in this team as possible. So you want someone with a crit rush. Now, you could put this guy in here, which is the 5-star Rick, who has plus 30 crit for 3 turns. Or if you're looking, actually, like I said, you can have great 4-star characters with the same. So instead of using a 5-star, I will scroll on down to Luke, who has plus 40 crit. There he is there. So he has plus 40 crit for 2 turns. He's obviously 10 extra crit but less turns, but that's okay. It does not worry about your team grade or anything like that, or the levels on the players. They don't have to be maxed out. I'll just go with the blue followed by reds here. It doesn't matter what trait they are either, as long as they're all ranged. So just make sure you're setting up your team in accordance to that leader skill. So all these guys are getting, I guess, the benefits of that leader skill, so the plus 36 crit all the time, and then when these rushes go off, it's going to build on and stack on more crit. Now the third area in which you want to add more crit, so number one, leader skill, is where you want to max your crit out as far as you can go possible. Highest leader skill crit you have, that's what you want. And then some of the highest crit rushes you have, like I said, you could have 2, you could even have 4 players with all crit rushes if you wanted to. It doesn't really matter. So I have 2 in there, one with plus 40, one with plus 30. The next stage is to get the crit leader, or not the crit leader, we've got the crit leader, is to get the crit weapons. So after the crit weapons, plus 30 crit, yeah, that sounds good. Oop, that's not the right one. Plus 30, plus 30, plus 30, and I've got another plus 30 here. So plus 30. So you want to be making sure you're maxing out the crit in your weapons by getting the highest crit. Now Slayer level 1 minimal will give you what that weapon just had there. So we'll just tap back in. So Slayer level 1 will give you this bonus plus 20 crit. So that's level 1. It actually goes up each level, so you can definitely add on more crit to your weapons. Like anything, if you feel like you've not got enough crit and you don't really have a higher crit leader skill and things like that, or high crit rushes, you can definitely make up more crit in your weapons if that's your focus and you are struggling with zombie teams. So if you do want me to do a video explaining all the Slayer stats you can get, I'm more than happy to do that. But Slayer level 1 gives you a baseline of plus 20 crit. So there we go. So we've got these players naturally with all their plus 30 crit weapons. When they're all rolled up, you've got plus 36 crit, plus 30 crit of the weapons, that's 66, plus another 40 crit is going to be 106, plus 30 if you're going off Rick's leader skill, you got 96 in there. If you put another 20 on like one of those weapons have, you're going up into the easy hundreds with the crit. So you can definitely build up a lot of crit, and that's what you want to do. Just let me know if you need to know anything more about zombie teams, but like I said, the most important things that you should take from this video is that you have to maximize your crit in every area. So leader skill, weapons, rushes, they're the most important things when it comes to a zombie team. You need to make sure your attributes are attributed to crit and that you're getting the highest amount of crit you can from your roster. So if that means you've got to go through all your roster and choose the crit, then you do that. Do not worry about the level the character is at. That is not what you're worrying about. You could actually set up a zombie team and your strongest zombie teams will be all 4 stars. That's just how it could go. So don't worry about the player's level, whether they're maxed out or not. Just worry about the crit that you're getting from those players. Now, I definitely, on the end of this video, I will shove footage of this team in action, but the concept is the same when it comes to any zombie team, whether it be range, melee, or strong, anything like that. The concept is the same, and that is you want to maximize your crit in every area, get the highest possible amount of crit, because at the end of the day, you don't want them zombies coming anywhere near you. You don't want them anywhere near you. So, like I said, ranged is definitely an advantage, but melee can go a long way too. As long as you have the crit there, they will smash everything that tunnels through those barriers. But I hope you did enjoy that. I hope it did help. So it's the moment of truth. We're going to put through a few teams here at the different things. The first thing I should probably say before I start rolling through those videos, and what I forgot to mention in the other video, was that when it comes to using zombie teams, you can fast forward through it, but be wary if you fast forward through stages that your rushes will go off, and sometimes that can, I guess, actually really disadvantage you. If you're sitting there pressing the button instead of the rushes going off, then you're making sure that you're getting that chance at the headshots. Once you hit the rush, you take away from your chance at that headshot. So just be wary when it comes to that. And if you are struggling, you may have to leave it off, fast forward, and manually do it. But no